yourself on film, how would you evaluate your first start?
You know, I'd say overall that it was a good start. I believe I did a really good job of managing the game, taking what the defense gave me. You know, we had a lot of running plays called because of what they were giving us, and so we took that this week. And I think overall, I did a pretty good job this week.
Did you do much audibilizing at all?
Pardon me?
Did you do much checking off?
We do have some checks here and there.
Or did you against Charleston Southern? Did you?
Yep.
How much different is that process than in high school? Is there more put on a quarterback at the college level as far as looking at a defense and getting out of a bad play and into a better play than maybe you had to do in high school, or is it not that big of a difference?
Definitely. In high school, they don't run as many coverages per se. They're not like switching from cover 3 to cover 1 or cover 8 to cover 3. At the college level, they do a lot more switching mid-play, and you have to read it, and you have to be able to act on the move. And it's a lot different from high school.
Can you replicate that in practice, or is that something you really have to learn when you're out there in a game atmosphere under fire?
We can do that in practice. Our scouts do a really good job of watching game film and doing what the opposing team is doing that week.
You played pretty disciplined. There were a couple of balls, I think one third down in particular, where you threw it away. Is that Brian Lindgren in the back of your head, or is that just the type of quarterback you are?
I'd say both. We were going, I think the play, Paul was open on that play on the third downs, and you know, I got flushed out in the pocket, and there was no open throw. And obviously, you want to make the third down and convert and keep the drive alive, but obviously, you don't want to force anything and throw an errant pick. So just throwing it out of bounds is partly Coach Lindgren, partly myself, because I did that a lot in high school if it wasn't there.
They're tied for the lead in the nation with pick sixes. Have you seen anything on film that allowed them to be so successful?
As of right now, I haven't. I'll probably see something on film this week. So far, I've just seen that they're really good cover guys, and that a lot of quarterbacks have forced throws into their coverages. So I just have to keep watching film and see what they're good at, each corner, each safety, even their backups if they're in, and just get prepared.
So one of their corners is Peters's cousin, who he knows very well. Have you guys talked about that at all? Has he helped you get some tips on how to play him or throw him to?
Paul's giving me tips on both corners, not necessarily just his cousin, but he's giving me tips on both corners and what they're good at. So we're communicating very well, me and the receivers, and we plan to do a couple of things this week that'll help us win.
Sefo, how big of a motivating factor or driving force is it to improve your performance as a Pac-12 player? I think you lost both your games in the conference this year by an awful lot of points. Is it something that's at the forefront of your guys' mind, or is it just, are you thinking it's just a byproduct of playing an next game?
I think we all just want to play better. It's not about who we play each week, because we know what we're capable of, and we've seen when we go ones against ones, the first team offense against the first team defense in practice, what each side can do. And we just have to come out against Pac-12 opponents and just let loose. And Coach says jump in and swim and start playing and just go all out. And so I think that if we take what we do in practice and put it into the game, I think we'll do very well.
Do you feel like that's the next step for you guys to start getting over that hurdle and win some Pac-12 games?
Yeah, I think it's one of the hurdles that we have. We haven't been playing especially well in the Pac-12 this year, but I know that we can. It's just a matter of being consistent, like I keep saying. Last week we were very consistent. We did all of our protections well, passing, receiving, especially running the ball. And I think that if we do that this week, that we can have the same result as we did last week.
What's the feeling among you and your teammates about this coming game, how big it is, and the grand scope of the season and so forth?
Every game's a big game. You can't take anyone lightly, even the Charleston Southern team, who was very good. In my eyes, I treat every game like it's a championship game. Each game matters. Like Coach said, sometimes you don't know when your last play is, your last game, and so you have to go hard every game, every play. And every team is really good. Arizona is an extremely good team, very fast, very physical. They'll make you do all you have to be very perfect on all your plays, know your assignments. So we have to come out ready to play.
But in terms of getting above 500, maybe bowl implications down the road, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd say it's very important. I mean, we all want to go to a bowl. We know how possible it is if we stay consistent and we take the coaching that we learn and put it out on the field. We think it's very possible to go.
Are the pink cleats distracting?
Are the pink cleats distracting? No, I don't think they're distracting at all. I think they're pretty cool and they have good meaning to it. I don't think they're distracting at all. No.
I meant as a quarterback. You know, like reading with you.
Oh, I'm reading the. No, definitely not because of reading the